From Moraine, we head north about 40 kilometers as the crow flies to East Kelowna, high above Lake Okanagan. Winemaker Grant Stanley is processing Pinot Noir and reveals a prime benefit of true cool climate BC when it comes to harvesting Pinot grapes and performing cold soaks. Voiceover.
We started here on Monday. A big wall of Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris has been arriving daily since then from the southern vineyards. And, so far so good. If anything, I would say that there's a fair bit of raisioning in some of the Pinot, which is one of the most desirable things you can have with Pinot Noir. You get about 5 or 10% raisioning. You get a really nice kind of flavor and sugar and acid pop. Also, the berry size is particularly small this year, which isn't great for the grower, but it's certainly good for me. You get sort of like almost a Christmas cakey kind of character with some of those raisins, like Amarone if you like. But certainly a slightly smaller crop down there. Things are coming in here at SpearHead a little bit slower because getting pickers this year has been a real challenge for everybody. The great thing about harvesting late at this time of year is not only do you get genuine ripeness, real genuine skin ripeness, particularly where that matters with Pinot Noir, but you also get free refrigeration. The fruit's coming in super chilled already on the vine, and so you haven't got the threat of fermentation coming at you, and you can sit things on skins and hold them for pretty much as long as you like. So now we're going to have a quick look at something that we've had here sitting on the deck here outside with some free refrigeration. And you see we have lots and lots of destemmed fruit, destemmed berries soaking away on skins, and underneath that there's about 20%, 15 to 20% of whole bunches in there as well. And this is going to be here for up to a week before we move it inside. And once we move it inside, we'll be warming it up and kicking off fermentation. All of the fermentation here at SpearHead and most of the work that I do is spontaneous, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's wild yeast, but that it's a variety of yeasts that are kind of present here in the winery, and we allow whichever one to sort of take hold and take over just by virtue of the fact that we're kind of warming the vat, and so that the yeast then have an opportunity to take hold. One of the things with Pinot Noir is we do have to be careful about the alcohol level because the wines are very subtle. Meaning that they don't have a huge amount of tannin and structure, and so the alcohol can sort of poke out and not be something you want. And I would say anything above sort of 13.5 for me is a sweet spot, as long as there's lots of power in the wine that can carry that alcohol.
Despite its northern position, British Columbia Pinot Noir offers a surprising range of colors as it goes through the fermentation and aging process. The notion of extracting color in an aqueous solution versus alcohol has changed the game for New World Pinot producers.
Funnily enough, the one that looks like the red wine is actually the rosé. And this will give you an idea. When we soak Pinot Noir on skins for 2 days, we have this color here, the rosé. But after it's gone through process, it ends up, a little more like this. So we're starting off with a fair bit of color, and then we just work our way back from there. The other one is the 667 here, and that is basically, being on skins for about 3 days. And so you're not seeing a heck of a lot of color there yet. The extraction is pretty light. And then over here, just this kind of paley peachy one is 667 as well. And again, that's only a couple of days on skins. So what we see is like really about day 6 and day 7, we start to see really, color coming on a little more aggressively. And that's when we sort of decide to bring things inside and warm them up and get things rolling at that point. But definitely day by day, the color becomes richer and richer and richer. And you can start seeing a lot of purple coming out towards the end of the cold soak, a lot of purple hue.